It is the Victory Party PDA that is burning up online. Of course, we're talking about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift post Super Bowl 58 here in Las Vegas. Welcome to Vegas Revealed. I'm Sean McAllister, along with Dana Roselli.
Yeah, what a cute video. They were so cozy at Zouk nightclub over at Resorts World. Got this video in and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so cute. What a blast they had. It was nice to see Taylor out. This was different.
Well, it seemed like she really let her hair down and was being herself.
Yeah.
Is what it looked like to me, and having some great moments to celebrate Travis, celebrate being together for this moment. It just seemed really sweet all the way around.
It did. And congratulations to Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. A win in overtime. That was iconic. Of course, Vegas, we always have to have a big moment.
Well, and I know the people who I was watching with, they were like, going to overtime in the first Super Bowl hosted in Las Vegas is kind of like the most non-Vegas thing you can do, because Vegas shows and productions are always set for like 90 minutes, so you can make sure that everybody gets back to the gambling floor, gets back to the casino. But no, Super Bowl 58 stretched it out a little bit.
Sure did, and I'm sure more food was bought, more drinks were bought, and it was good for the stadium, so whatever, right? Hey, we're going to get all into, we have so many great mixed in exclusive videos that people have been wanting to share of ours, but we're going to show them all here on Vegas Revealed. But a couple things about inside the stadium, so many celebrities. I know you were making a list, and I was making a list, and we were like, gosh, I feel like this was a huge celebrity turnout. It always is. It's not different. There's always many, many celebrities at Super Bowl, but I feel like maybe we had more than normal.
I mean, the list that I have here this isn't even everybody, but we're talking Taylor Swift, Blake Lively, Ice Spice, Paul McCartney, Gordon Ramsay, Lizzo, Bad Bunny, Henry Cavill, Wayne Newton, Dan Reynolds, Carrot Top, Justin Bieber, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Jelly Roll, Kelly Clarkson, Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Guy Fieri, Queen Latifah, Jimmy Kimmel, and the list literally goes on and on.
I know. Did you say Jay-Z? You did say Jay-Z. I guess Machine Gun Kelly, 21 Savage, Red Hot Chili Peppers were all at the Winfield Club. So it was a turnout.
I mean, wherever you went, there were celebrities.
Yeah. And can we talk about Jeff Goldblum?
Oh my gosh, what a great moment. Jeff Goldblum and Leo DiCaprio both there, yeah.
I loved it. Him on the Jumbotron was one of my favorite moments of Super Bowl, living it up. I keep watching the video over and over. It makes me smile. I absolutely loved that moment. Yeah, the Jumbotron, there were some moments there. Justin Bieber kissing, Hailey Bieber, his wife. Although she kind of put her hand up, and I was like, "Come on!" He was trying to make a moment, highlight his lady.
You're right.
So I was feeling bad for Justin there, but yeah, what a turnout and what a halftime show with Usher, who has had a show here on the Las Vegas Strip for a while now. He was over at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, and also over at Park MGM.
Yeah, and the celebrity appearances in his halftime show, we had Alicia Keys, will.i.am, Jermaine Dupri, Lil Jon, and of course, Luda.
Yep. And a side note, I went to Fontainebleau on Saturday night.
And her, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, and had dinner at Komodo, and Alicia Keys was there, so she was there on Saturday night. Yeah,
nice.
Eating over there. I thought the halftime show was very familiar and similar to his actual show on the Strip, didn't you?
It was, and I kind of liked that the roller skates came out.
Yeah,
to be honest, I was like, yes, here we go.
And everyone's talking about that too. And it's interesting because I was just talking to one of the hosts over at Excess Nightclub. They had a party last night, and Usher appeared there as well. It was like Snoop Dogg and all sorts of celebrities, and the Chiefs ended up showing up there too. But they actually built a roller skating rink out in the back in the pool area. So roller skating, Usher is bringing back roller skating.
He is. I mean, he's shooting the duck left and right.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And hey, why not? I loved roller skating, so I'm all for it. But yeah, I thought that was good. But yeah, like I said, reminiscent of the show that we've seen. So for us, we're a little spoiled. So, but I think people seem to like it.
Yeah, they did. And I do want to mention, we're recapping everything that happened, Super Bowl and post-Super Bowl, but we do want to remind you that we have 3 audio episodes of Vegas Revealed up on any podcasting platform of our pre-Super Bowl coverage, and we have some good interviews, insights, and experiences that are packed into those 3 episodes as well.
Definitely. We hustled all week long. It's been a lot of fun. We got to meet Bobby Flay at his restaurant, Brasserie B, over at Caesar's Palace. We did a segment for KCAL over there. That was a lot of fun to see Bobby. Back to some of the videos that we got in from Zook. So many good ones. First of all, one that I wanted to show is Post Malone on stage singing. And man, he sounds good. The crowd's going crazy. Again, this was a Chiefs party, but it was kind of a private event. You know, they got their trophy. They were celebrating. Post Malone up there on stage. Then check out this moment. This is Brittany Mahomes actually taking off her Chiefs jacket, giving it to Post Malone, getting him to take his Cowboys jacket off, and getting him to put that on and switch it up, and the crowd went crazy for that too, so that was fun. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes there getting his, holding the trophy. I mean, the team was just, obviously having a good time.
Well, I thought it was so fun that not only did the Chiefs, get their trophy presentation at Allegiant Stadium, but then there was a whole other trophy presentation for the after party over there at Resorts World. I thought that was really cool that they kept that energy and spirit going.
Yeah.
Especially for the crowd of people there who didn't see it happen in person at the stadium.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Taylor Swift, we've got tons of videos in of her just enjoying herself. Let's put some of those up. I mean, she was, it's funny because they kept putting her music on in a little DJ mix, you know what I mean? And she was enjoying it. She played along, and you always wonder, like, is that embarrassing, or do you're like, yeah, and just go with it? And she went with it.
She went with it.
Yeah.
And, that is kind of the spirit that made me so happy watching these videos. Just going, having fun in an environment where you're just there to let loose and enjoy.
Yeah. And she came from overseas. She's going back to Australia to continue her tour. She's been a busy girl. Obviously, a little easier for her than some, private jets and all that kind of thing. So I think she's okay. But and it's interesting because so many people talk about Taylor and Travis like, enough already. Stop shoving it down my throat. And it can get to be a lot. But I think this moment was really just a moment that you can't help but cheer them on. For most people. I know some people are like, I am over it, let's get back to football.
There's the anti-Swifties for sure.
Yes, but I mean, it's just, they are showing a mutual love for each other and support. They do 2 completely different things, but yet are, very, very famous. But I think when you see one person supporting the other and vice versa, he's going to her show, she's going to his moments. I think that's what a relationship's about, and that's kind of a relationship goal for many people. And it's kind of putting that spotlight on them.
Well, even looking at relationships of a different kind in the pregame show, in the pregame coverage leading up to Super Bowl, one of the reports was about how Taylor's involvement with Travis Kelce is like opening up this whole new relationship with dads and daughters.
Yeah.
That maybe they didn't have that kind of connection when dad was sitting down to watch football before, but now the little girls are interested, and Taylor's a good role model, and it's just a great bonding moment for dads and daughters, and I thought that was a really cool perspective.
Yeah, it's true. It's opened up a whole new audience, that's for sure, and I'm sure the NFL is happy about that. And I don't even think they showed Taylor enough during the game. I started to feel like, okay, now I'm kind of curious what she's up to, because the game was, kind of slow until the end, and I was like, can we get more shots of Taylor?
It was neck and neck the whole way.
Yeah. So, but they did a good job of balancing it out and showing everyone else that was there. So that was great. I think Allegiant Stadium, the Super Bowl committee, the NFL, Las Vegas in general did a great job. Everyone's raving about how organized it was, how things moved along, how they felt safe. I felt the same exact way.
Yeah, and we're recording on the Monday, the morning after Super Bowl, and Roger Goodell came out this morning in the news conference, in the passing of the baton news conference, conference. New Orleans has the next Super Bowl. And he even said, he was like, you know what? The hospitality that we've had here in Las Vegas, I don't see how the NFL doesn't come back for more big games.
Right.
So, which we knew
Yeah.
that Las Vegas would kind of be in the rotation of regular cities, but I think it really did show off just what a great fan experience it is to have Super Bowl in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know they'll be back. I think it was a success all around, and I loved that.
Something else, another star-studded event that happened over Super Bowl weekend, Bruno Mars' new jazz club Pinky Ring opened up inside of Bellagio with a very exclusive celebrity-packed event.
Yeah, that Saturday night, I'm losing track of my days. The night before Super Bowl Sunday, yeah, we're hearing that Babyface was there. Also, Gayle King was there. Bruno Mars performed. I think it was Janelle Monáe. I'm trying to think of the list. There were a lot of people there, but it's interesting because apparently, I know someone that was there, and she was saying that the inside is gorgeous, but she said, one thing that he is adamant about, as Bruno Mars always is no pictures, no videos.
Really? Even inside the club?
Even inside the club.
Wow.
And they say, literally, I think he put up a sign, I'll have to look on his Instagram, so like whatever happens in Pinky Ring stays in Pinky. It's like, so Pinky Ring, the whole Vegas slogan, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, literally no phones.
I mean,
I don't know if it's no phones or just no pictures and video. I think you can bring your phone in there, but if you're caught taking video or pictures, something like that, we'll have to see how that works.
Well, listen, it's worked for Bruno's residency. He has never allowed phones inside of his shows over at Park MGM, and it does build kind of an allure.
Yeah.
It makes it hard to show somebody who hasn't been to the show yet what they're in for, but really all you can say is that you're going to be up on your feet. You're going to, whether you know the words to the songs or not, there's just a vibe that gets you up and moving.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be the same vibe inside Pinky Ring.
Yeah, and I think he's going to show up every now and then.
Well, his band, the Hooligans, are going to be performing there for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That the club is open, which is now for another 2 weeks. So that's pretty cool too. That you can go and see Bruno's band, and like you said, it would not be surprising if he popped up there with them.
Yeah. So. Lots of stuff. There was a huge event at Fontainebleau. The Saturday I was there, Mark Davis held this dinner show. And it was interesting. I was talking to the general manager of the restaurant I was at, Komodo, and he was saying, you've got to see inside. And I've seen some videos now, but like it literally was set up like Allegiant Stadium. It looked like the stage was in front of the stadium. Lady Gaga performed. Diana Ross, Jay Leno was there. I think Wanda Sykes did some stand-up. Mark Davis was there. Also, Elaine Wynn was there. And Jeffrey Soffer from the Fontainebleau and Miriam Adelson. So it was a powerhouse.
Yeah, people were saying this is probably like the richest party that has ever happened in the history of Las Vegas, just with the caliber of guests who were there and their buying power.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of...
and Tom Brady. He was
and
there
Tom
too.
Brady, yeah. I heard people kind of referring to the room setup as kind of a throwback to Old Vegas, like the Circus Maximus showroom over at Caesar's Palace, where you did have like a dinner table and a show was happening in front of you. That was the vibe that they were going for. And it seems like they knocked it out of the park.
Right. I mean, bring that back. Let's have more dinner shows. I'm
love
all
it.
for that.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe this is a vision that Mark Davis wants to, make something permanent out of that. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, it looked really, really cool. So much went on. There was Shaq's fun. I mean, it's just endless. Kanye had some party across the street from the Wynn last night, rented out that space that they did the other party Friday and Saturday that we had talked about on the podcast, which was David Guetta and Jack Harlow and stuff like that. I guess the lot was there, the tents were up, and so about 1,200 people went, and he played music from his phone. I don't know. We'll leave that up to those who went to that and enjoyed that moment.
And obviously, a lot of these parties were very exclusive, hard to get into. A lot of people who came into town for Super Bowl weren't in attendance at those. But I've got to say, I think the overall fan experience of Super Bowl 58 was incredible. I mean, there were always things happening and going on to keep people entertained leading up to the game. From I stopped over at the Paramount experience that was built in front of the Mirage.
Yeah.
And they turned the volcano into that Paramount Mountain. A lot of CBS, Paramount Plus shows, Nickelodeon were all on display there. We stopped by the Yellowstone Ranch.
Okay.
Set up and got
Fun.
branded beer koozies,
Oh.
branded leather beer koozies with our names branded into them. 1923, the sister show of Yellowstone, the prequel. They had a fun little photo op in there. There's the show The Challenge that premiered on MTV back in the day, and it's still going strong. We did one of those challenges and competed and actually won. The people who were working the game told Shane, my husband, and I that we were the first people to complete the challenge.
Oh my gosh.
In the 3-minute time period. And we're
love
like, are
that.
you kidding me? This is great. Where do
Yeah.
we sign up to be on the show? Survivor had a booth set up there. So that was really fun. And that's the kind of thing that visitors had to do. And it was free to get in. So
it's great. And I know kids were free to go to the NFL experience, and I saw so many people bringing their kids there.
Oh
and it
my
looked like
gosh,
they had
yeah.
a blast, right?
Yep.
My friend, her cousins were in town. They went to the Guy Fieri tailgate, said it was great. Sent us a video. They got up on stage with Diplo and were able to watch from the background, and they had a blast. They said it was awesome.
And I heard people who were down on the strip and then came to a party off the strip a little later on, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, we were down by the link," and it sounded like Dustin Lynch was singing around there somewhere. We were like, he was singing down there or somewhere. He was right over there at Guy Fieri's tailgate. So
and Blake Shelton went to Old Red and brought Gwen Stefani, and they were at the Super Bowl too, and performed at Old Red.
Right.
So gosh.
And even before, as people were arriving to Allegiant Stadium pregame, they had a stage set up out there, and Gwen Stefani got up and performed a few songs out in front of the stadium. So it really was just a great vibe. I've not heard really any negatives from fans who've been into town, aside from the volume of traffic that flooded into Las Vegas Boulevard. There was some gridlock happening, but we've said from the start, use the monorail and walk.
Yeah. Or take rideshare. I used rideshare to a couple places, not even one problem at all. They knew what they were going. They took the back streets, and it was everyone trying to be on Las Vegas Boulevard.
I know.
Somebody posted like, "Oh, I'm in a hurry. I'm stuck in traffic." I'm like, where are you in a hurry to? Why are you on Las Vegas Boulevard? Don't go Las Vegas
Especially if
Boulevard.
you're in a hurry.
Yeah. So, a successful Super Bowl 58. Thank you so much for joining us and coming along for the ride. Let's leave the show with just a couple more videos and pictures that we've gotten in. We have so much stuff to share with you. Enjoy.